breaking updates coming in amid violence and shutdown. Myanmar nationals have entered Manipur. Over 700 people are said to have crossed the border. The Biren government has now ordered a pushback. So amid the violence and shutdown, an influx of Myanmar nationals into Manipur has continued unabated. Internal documents that have been accessed by Times Now show a whopping 718 people entered Manipur in just the last 2 days. Now, this is around the Chandel district. The letter from the Headquarter Inspector General of Assam Rifles has written that over 700 people have entered Manipur illegally. The Manipur government has now instructed the Assam Rifles to push back the 718 Myanmar nationals, including 301 children who entered the state illegally on July 22nd and 23rd. Now, documents have been accessed by Times Now, and it shows Assam Rifles reporting that the refugees sought entry due to the ongoing clashes in Myanmar and requested joint verification with a representative. In fact, it is believed that lakhs of Myanmar refugees entered India. On record, there are more than 40,000 who have sought shelter in Mizoram and Manipur since the military coup in February 2021. It must be noted that Manipur government and several other civil society organizations have also blamed the illegal immigrants for their role in the current violence.
Manipur is burning, and certainly the government need to do much more on the ground because the communities have been clashing with each other in the interior areas. But while the government is already struggling to control this kind of violence, they have an internal report which has been accessed by Times at Work, which shows that on 22nd and 23rd of July, there was a massive insurgence which happened from the Myanmar side towards the Chandel border. In these 2 days only, 718 people managed to enter Manipur. That is something because of the porous border and the access to people from both the sides has been allowed because of the law here. Right now, the situation remains to be in the very volatile here. The document which has been accessed by us shows that the Assam Rifle reported that the refugees have sought entry due to the ongoing clashes near the Chin State of Myanmar. The request joint verification was also called for. It is believed that lakhs of Myanmar refugees have entered India, and on record more than 40,000 have sought shelter in Manipur and Mizoram. While the government is certainly trying to control it, but because of the kind of border areas which we have, that certainly this is one of the major issue which is going to affect. We know that arms and ammunition have been looted. Apart from that, there is certainly a big, huge supply of ammunition to these militias here.
Right, ground report from my colleague Priyank Tripathi there, who's also joining us live on the broadcast with the details of this information that has come in. Priyank, this is quite concerning because at a time when Manipur is on the edge, we're getting in reports of over 700 people who have entered Manipur in just the last 2 days. What are the authorities saying on the steps that are now being taken to ensure that the influx stops?
Yeah, certainly. It's a very tricky situation because if you look at the Myanmar and Manipur border, there is certainly a permit for the people to move on both sides of the border for almost 14 kilometers. So, just like with the I-card, they can do that. But coming here and settling down is certainly something which the government is keeping a tab on. The document which has been accessed by us clearly shows the Assam Rifle reported that refugees have sought entry in between the ongoing clashes. And this is very important because the ammunition could be coming up from the other side. Since there are the business interests which are also there with the people who are based in Myanmar. And it is also believed that the lakhs of people of Myanmar have taken refuge in India. On record, if you say that more than 40,000 have sought shelter in Mizoram and Manipur. And since the military officers are there since February 2021, it is difficult for them to, settle now. What recent reports have also been suggesting that biometrics of these people was supposed to be taken so that the government can actually have a data regarding what is there and what is the ground situation. That's why the Manipur Chief Secretary reminded the Assam Rifle of the previous instructions to prevent illegal entry without a valid visa or document and seek the detail of report of the incident. So this is a document which was written from their side. The state government, in view of the situation with the seriousness and sensitivity due to the potential international ramifications amidst ongoing law and order situation, had instructed for a proper verification of data. So we can certainly sense shifting of the blame game in between the center and the state. Although the BJP, this is a BJP-ruled state, but since the center was not happy with the present Chief Minister, Biren, that's why these kind of documents have started coming in, where the state government is trying to portray the picture that we had informed, but still these things are happening. So both the sides have been clashing every night. We have been observing that on the border of Chura Kanpur, which is particularly dominated by one tribe, there have been incidences of firing which has been reported, but amidst that, the report of too much of insurgency within 2 days of time period is very, very alarming.
Absolutely. Priyank, but the numbers are extremely concerning. Over 700 in just the last 2 days. Over the last few weeks, the numbers could be much higher. In fact, it's being pegged from 40,000 to over a lakh, which is extremely concerning, especially at a time like this, when there's a sensitive time in Manipur currently. So amid the ongoing situation there, the government really needs to ensure there is a pushback, because it could add to the situation in Manipur, because we've seen over the last few days, in fact you've been reporting on ground as well on what the situation is like, and at this time like this the government needs to take all steps to ensure that it stops. Priyank, thank you for joining us with those details. In fact, state government has also said that it views the situation with utmost seriousness and sensitivity due to the potential international ramifications.